Content warning. This episode discusses the murder of a child, sexual violence, and allegations of abuse against other victims. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Welcome back to The Last Known Moment. I'm your host, and this is Season 2, Episode 6. This week we're in Toledo, Ohio, and the person at the center of this story is 13 years old. Her name was Kei'Mani Latigue. She was a student at Spring Elementary School, days away from her 14th birthday. She'd just been named to her school's honor roll, and the week she disappeared, the school had planned to give her a kindness award. Kei'Mani played basketball. Her mother, Tiara Caston, said her daughter's routine was simple: school, basketball, home. Kei'Mani lived with her grandmother, Dorothy Latigue, in North Toledo. On March 15th, 2025, her father, 33-year-old Darnell Jones, picked her up to spend time with her. Her great-grandmother had given permission. Kei'Mani's mother remembers it as an ordinary, loving visit. They played video games together. Jones would later tell a local news crew he saw his daughter again the following night, March 16th, after she called him, frightened, saying it sounded like someone was trying to break into the house. He said he and a cousin sat outside for about an hour before leaving around 12:30 in the morning. The next day, March 17th, Dorothy Latigue came home to find the house in disarray. The stove had been left on. She could smell gas. Kei'Mani's glasses and her house keys, the glasses she needed to see, were left behind, along with her pajamas, discarded on the dining room floor. Dorothy said it was just her and Kei'Mani in that house, along with 2 dogs. Someone else had been there. Kei'Mani was reported missing on March 18th. Family organized search parties. Flyers went up around North Toledo. Investigators wouldn't say publicly how many people they believed were involved. On March 23rd, prosecutors charged Darnell Jones with abduction. The next day, March 24th, investigators found a body on the second floor of a burned, abandoned house on Miami Street in East Toledo. The Lucas County Coroner's office confirmed it was Kei'Mani and ruled her death a homicide, multiple incised wounds to the neck. Jones was charged with her murder that night. A warrant went out for his arrest. He didn't turn himself in. On March 25th, police in Columbus, Ohio, located and shot Jones during a confrontation as he tried to evade capture. He survived and was eventually held in a Franklin County Jail's medical unit before being transferred to face charges in Lucas County. Charging records would later claim that Jones admitted to police that he killed his daughter. In the weeks that followed, Toledo mourned in public. There was a walk-through memorial, a 13-mile community walk in Kei'Mani's honor, funeral services through Dale Riggs Funeral Home, and fundraisers to help the family. The house where her body was found caught fire again in April and was later demolished, with volunteers moving the makeshift memorial before demolition crews arrived. There was also anger directed somewhere other than Jones. Lucas County Children's Services had prior contact with the family, and when the agency's internal review concluded there was no evidence to justify removing Kei'Mani from her home, protesters marched outside its offices, some of them gathering on what would have been her birthday. City leaders publicly questioned how the reporting and response process had worked. County commissioners moved to form a task force to review the agency's policies. As one council member put it at the time, a lot of systems failed that little girl. In April 2025, Jones was indicted on a broad set of charges connected to Kei'Mani's death, including capital specifications that make him eligible for the death penalty if convicted. He pleaded not guilty. His defense has since tried, twice, to have those death penalty specifications removed, first through a motion in July 2025, which a judge denied that September. In December 2025, the court moved to have him evaluated over a claim of serious mental illness. And in January of this year, a judge denied 3 separate defense motions to suppress evidence gathered from Jones's home and vehicle, ruling the search warrants were properly supported testimony from a woman who was living with Jones. Nina Turner was cited as part of what led investigators to him in the first place, and she was the one who allowed police into the home and the car in the days after Kei'Mani vanished. Now, just this month, August 2026, the case widened in a way no one initially expected. Lucas County Prosecutor Julia Bates announced a new indictment against Jones. 7 counts of rape, 4 counts of kidnapping, 1 count of strangulation, and 1 count of gross sexual imposition. These charges have nothing to do with Kei'Mani directly. They describe alleged crimes stretching from 2013 to 2024 years before her death, including an allegation involving a victim who, court records show, was 6 years old at the time. We remain determined to seek justice not only for Kei'Mani Latigue, Bates said, but also for those additional victims affected by these indictments. As of this recording, Darnell Jones remains in custody, facing capital murder charges in his daughter's death, along with this newly expanded set of charges involving other alleged victims. His case, and now, by extension, these other cases, is still moving through the Lucas County court system. A trial date has been discussed since May of last year, but with an indictment this significant landing just weeks ago, what happens next, and when, is still an open question. What isn't in question is who Kei'Mani was before any of this. A kid on the honor roll, about to get a kindness award, who just wanted to play basketball and go home. A quick note on our sourcing. The details in this episode are drawn from public reporting by 13 Action News, WTVG, the Toledo Blade, WTOL, and People Magazine, along with statements from the Lucas County Prosecutor's Office and the Lucas County Coroner's Office. Where facts remain unconfirmed or contested by the defense, we've said so. This is an active, ongoing criminal case. If you have information related to it, please contact the Toledo Police Department. This has been The Last Known Moment. I'll see you next week.